Hello and welcome to Model Dads. Today we're going to be looking at Eureka Miniature's range of 15mm modern Russians, specifically their new infantry and MVD or Ministry of the Interior troops, circa 2010. The internal troops of the Ministry for Internal Affairs is a paramilitary gendarmerie-like force in the now defunct Soviet Union and its successor countries, particularly Russia, Ukraine, Georgia and Azerbaijan. Internal troops are subordinated to the internal affairs ministries of their respective countries and are used to support and reinforce the civilian police, deal with large-scale crowd control, internal armed conflict and the safeguarding of important facilities. As such, the force was and is involved in all conflicts and violent disturbances in the history of the Soviet Union and modern Russia, including the First and Second Chechen Wars and the ongoing insurgency in the North Caucasus. Eureka's range of Russians are sculpted by Alan Marsh and based upon research undertaken by Costa Haristanidis and focus on modern Russian infantry and MVD troops circa 2010. The Russian infantry and MVD figures are two distinct ranges, each consisting of 10 types and intended as the opposing force for Eureka's 15mm Chechens that I reviewed in August this year. Prices depend upon the location of your local distributor, so check out these websites in Australia, the US and UK. The Russian infantry range consists of 7 infantry types with small arms and 3 packs of support weapons. These include a 12.7mm heavy machine gun on tripod, an automatic grenade launcher, an 82mm mortar, Russian infantry firing or advancing with AK-74s in 6 poses, Russian infantry firing AK-74s with an unslung grenade launcher in 2 poses, Russian infantry firing an RPG-7 in 2 poses, Russian infantry firing an RPG-18 in 2 poses, Russian infantry firing an SVD sniper rifle in 2 poses, Russian infantry firing or advancing with a light machine gun in 4 poses, Russian infantry officer. Looking closely at those equipped with AK-74s, you can see that figures are finely cast with minor mould lines and a little flash on the gun barrels that can easily be removed. None of the figures provided in the sample have damaged or miscast weaponry and all are proportionate and highly detailed. All come mounted on textured thin oval bases. With 8 figures in 6 randomly supplied poses, there's plenty of variety in the pack with a further 2 firing the underslung grenade launcher. Figures are represented in either a standing or kneeling firing position, like these with an RPG-7, or RPG-18. Note the original and wire folding stock represented on the AK-74, or the Dragunov. Figures with LMGs are represented in 4 poses, advancing, standing and firing kneeling and firing prone. Probably the weakest sculpt is reserved for the infantry officer, who could benefit from a sidearm and some NCOs or junior officers for company. Figures are dressed in battle dress and light webbing, as you can see on the support weapons. A cover prevents correct identification of the helmet, and at this scale it's not clear whether the last of the Soviet-made steel helmets, the SSH-68, or the Russian composite 6B7 or later helmet series are modelled, but as both were used during the First and Second Chechen Wars, it's no biggie. This and the fact that some of the figures are modelled wearing a winter camo jacket derived from the 80s Afghanka, with the infantry officer wearing Ushanka, extend the life of these figures back to the mid-90s. The MVD range consists of 10 infantry types with small arms and no support weapons, with options to field troops with or without a visor attached to their Maska helmets. The range consists of infantry with Maska helmet firing or advancing with AK-74s, 6 poses, infantry with a Maska helmet firing AK-74 with an underslung grenade launcher, 2 poses, Maska helmet firing an RPG-7, 2 poses, Maska helmet firing an RPG-18, 2 poses, Maska helmet firing an SVD sniper rifle in 2 poses, Maska helmet firing or advancing with a light machine gun, that's 4 poses, Maska helmet with the visor, firing or advancing with AK-74, 6 poses, Maska helmet with visor firing AK-74 with underslung grenade launcher, 2 poses, Maska helmet and visor firing an RPG-18 in 1 pose, Maska helmet and visor firing or advancing with a light machine gun. There are no command figures in this range. Maska is a well-known bulletproof helmet made for and used by Russian Special Forces, including the MVD's Special Purpose Mobile Unit, or OMON, or more specialist OMSN, formerly known as the SOBR, or Special Rapid Response Unit, both of which fought in Chechnya. Like their Russian counterparts, figures are dressed in battle dress, no body armour, light webbing, with some wearing the Afghanka-derived winter jackets. Again, detailing is good and the poses are realistic. I particularly like the chap wisely firing his RPG-18 with the visor up. Some of the troops with visors are equipped with more webbing and details are clear and crisp. I've commented upon compatibility in my review of the Chechens, and it's worth noting that Eureka's figures stand 15mm head to toe and are not the heroic scales seen from other manufacturers like Peter Pig, Curaçao and Flytrapped illustrated here. These figures benefit from placement alongside similarly refined 1/100 scale vehicles like Zvezda's BTR-80 kit. Eureka's range of modern Russians gives you lots of flexibility when considering the scenarios you might want to play. Whether it's tackling domestic terrorism or full-on war fighting, all your options are covered in this range. Like the Chechens, these are some of the more highly detailed and refined 15mm figures I've seen, and, once again, Eureka Miniatures have to be commended for producing a complementary set of well-proportioned and posed 15mm figures. Top notch.